This Saturday, cyclists with the Challenged Athletes Foundation will hit the pavement for a 7-day, 640-mile journey from San Francisco to right here in San Diego. It's not easy. These athletes are determined to make a difference and raise quite a bit of money, and that's why it's called the $2 Million Challenge. Well, joining us now is Dean Roper, who happens to be the co-chair of this ride, along with Tom Perez, an athlete with an incredible story. Gentlemen, welcome to the fore. Glad you're here.
Thanks, Heather.
Thank you.
And Dean, I'm going to start with you. Tell me a little bit about this ride and everything that this involves.
The 15th anniversary of the $1 Million Challenge, although we're pressing up against $2 million this year for the first time. I think people climbing out of their COVID foxholes are reconnecting and re-engaged in our community and in our mission. The purpose of the ride is severalfold. Number one, it's to raise funds to be used for grants, programs, and possibilities for challenged athletes to get them back into the game of life through sport. The second thing it does, though, is it exposes a lot of our riders who are new to the organization to being a part of something that's much bigger than themselves, being on mission together, changing our community, being people with a purpose. I think it makes this far much more than just a ride.
Yes, this certainly is a moment for many of these athletes to talk about what they can do, not what their limitations are. Now I want to bring Tom in to the interview here. Tom, tell me a little bit about your story and what happened to you.
Sure, Heather. I was a boxer at the United States Military Academy at West Point, and as a result of that, suffered traumatic brain injury as well as blunt force trauma to the eye. So I have progressive vision loss. So over time, my vision will go down to zero. But that hasn't stopped me from getting out there and cycling.
How are you able to do this, Tom, and some of these other athletes that also have various challenges? This is not stopping you from taking part in a 640-mile journey.
Right, Heather. So basically, I am what's called a stoker on a tandem, a bicycle built for two. And so my captain, Jeff Gamer, and I have been training for the $1 Million Challenge for over 4 months. And we put in, on average on weekends, about 120 miles, and then on our own training indoors for me, about 100 miles during the weekday as well. So we put in about 200, 250 miles a week, getting ready for this awesome experience coming up.
And when it comes time to those tires hitting the pavement, Tom, what's the toughest part for you? What's the one thing that you just really want to make sure that you overcome on this journey?
I think I've done that, really, just getting on there and training for this and all. It's something I'm really looking forward to. I have so much fun with everybody in the $1 Million Challenge and the Challenge Athlete Foundation. It's been a wonderful experience. And now this is what we've been training for, starting Saturday, ending here in San Diego on Friday. I'm looking forward to every moment.
Well, we're proud of you for getting out there on that bike, and we're going to be cheering you on the journey from San Francisco down here to San Diego. Dean, for people that are watching this interview, maybe they want to get involved, maybe they can donate, maybe they can come alongside and cheer on some of these athletes. How do they do that?
Well, that would be wonderful. So challengeathletes.org is where you'll find us. We have a great social media platform as well that'll be pushing out content throughout the week in real time, so you can actually follow us down the coast 100 miles a day over the next 7 days. But any donation goes an awfully long way to move the needle in the lives of athletes like Tom. I mean, I've never been a part of a movement, and I use the word because it's obviously a double meaning when you're talking about cycling, but a movement that has such a passion and a purpose and changes lives the way the Challenge Athletes Foundation does. So if you're interested at all in our movement, our initiatives, reach out to us at challengeathletes.org, and you'll see a lot of our events. You'll see a lot of what's possible, and bios of athletes like Tom embedded there with their stories. We are definitely, as you indicated, Heather, not people of limitation, but people in a peloton of possibilities and potential.
Oh, man. Well, keep up the great work to both of you. We'll be cheering both of you on. Dean Roper and Tom Perez, you're going to be taking part in this adventure beginning this Saturday. If you would like to learn more about the $1 Million Challenge, go to challengedathletes.org.